So far it seemed that the compulsions of coalition politics would save A. Raja, but now suddenly his chair is on shaky grounds. So what has changed? Headlines Today has learned that investigating agencies have dug out a mountain of evidence which severely indicts the telecom minister. Headlines Today painstakingly pieces together the investigations that have been carried out by the CBI, the Enforcement Directorate and the Comptroller and Auditor General. Ashish Khaitan with this Headlines Today national exclusive.
So why
with allegations mounting
Sir, no.
You do think you're...
No.
Wait. Sir, how can you do this, sir? You can't do this. Hello, you can't do this. No, you can't do this to journalists.
An angry telecom minister pushing away reporters questioning him about the Spectrum scam.
I didn't see the telecast. What senseless question you are asking? Senseless question I'm asking. I told I didn't see the telecast, but I reacted on the script.
By now, everyone knows that there is something terribly amiss in the way 2G spectrums were allocated in 2007. But what exactly did Raja do wrong? Headlines Today has been able to secure exclusively access to the investigation reports and the FIRs of the CBI, the Enforcement Directorate and the Comptroller and Auditor General. And these are the facts that now weigh heavy on Dr. Singh's mind. This is not conjecture or mere allegation by the opposition. These are reports prepared by the government's own investigating agencies against one of its own senior ministers. So get set to unravel the biggest government fraud in recent years. The investigation report prepared by the CBI states that certain officials of the Department of Telecommunications entered into a criminal conspiracy with certain private persons and misused their official position to grant unified access service licenses, causing wrongful loss to the government and corresponding wrongful gain to these private persons. Listen to the facts as they come up on your screen very carefully. On the 24th of September 2007, the Department of Telecommunication put out a press release inviting applications for the allocation of 2G spectrum. This release appeared on newspapers the next day on the 25th of September. The advertisement stated that interested companies had a week's time to apply for 2G licenses. The application process was supposed to be open till the 1st of October. The DOT received a total of 575 applications during this period. However, all of a sudden, the rule of the game was changed. 3 months after the process of inviting applications had ended, the DOT put out a most bizarre press release. On the 10th of January 2008, the DOT said that it would only accept those applications that had been submitted by the evening of 25th September. What this means is that the companies were given only a day in which to submit all the forms, all the bank guarantees. This gave a huge advantage to the companies that had prior information about A. Raja's plans. All the companies that played by the rules, saw the advertisement in the papers and filled the forms were disqualified by the telecom minister. Unbelievable. So which are these companies that benefited from this sudden change in procedures and rules? A company by the name of Swan Telecom was allocated licenses for 13 circles for 1,537 crore rupees. Soon after the allocation of spectrum, this company sold off 45% of its stake to Etisalat of UAE for a whopping 4,200 crore rupees. This means that the spectrum that was owned by Swan Telecom was valued at least 9,300 crore rupees. So without having to spend a rupee on the creation of telecom infrastructure, Swan Telecom was able to make a killing by simply pawning off spectrum at rates far higher than what was paid to the government. Similarly, Unitech was allocated licenses for 22 circles for 1,658 crore rupees. The company sold 60% of its stake to Telenor of Norway for 6,100 crore rupees. This means that even before a single mobile tower had been set up by Unitech, it managed to secure a valuation of 10,000 crore rupees for an asset for which the company had paid only 1,658 crore rupees. In its investigation report, the CBI estimates that the loss to the Central Exchequer as a result of this 2G spectrum allocation was at least 22,000 crore rupees. Experts say that the actual loss is far, far higher. With Ashish Khaitan in Delhi, Akash Banerjee, Headlines Today.